I remember, so I was in the last chapter we were trying to start, which didn't start ultimately, but I remember I just joined, and the like next day, you know, the little pipe on the side of your house that, you know, goes to your hose, like your main
Yeah,
yard
yeah,
line
your
stuff.
main,
Yeah.
yeah.
So like all of a sudden that thing is just like spewing water everywhere. Like something happened. It's just like, I'm just like, and so like, and my wife's like, man, get out here. I'm like, okay, what? I'm seeing all the water. She's freaking out, and I'm just kind of like, oh, that sucks. You know, and I'm like trying to figure out how to fix it, and then we turn the main water off,
Right.
so that way that's not happening. My kids are home, and they're not, it's not a school day or anything. And like, they've got to go to the bathroom, and they got to do all this stuff. And I'm telling my kids, okay, no bathroom, no nothing, like just chill.
Right.
So I call my friend up, who started the BNI thing. I'm like, dude, do we know any plumbers or whatever? He's like, oh yeah, I got somebody. And so I call him up, and he's like, with BNI? I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll be right there. Like he put
Nice.
me like ahead of everybody else. I'm like, I was like thinking like, what? This is guy priority.
Scheduling.
I'm like, this is BNI thing. I guess is he used to this. So anyway, like he comes out, and he like fixes my thing and all this other stuff. And I mean, it was an expensive job, but I mean, like, it's done. Like, kids can use their stuff now and everything like that. But I was just thinking, man, like, I wish I knew how to do stuff like that. I mean, like, I needed like a whole new pipe and some solder, and just cut everything off. And yeah, it looked intense. But
Yeah.
you guys use some crazy stuff. Just gonna say.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty wild.
That's a crazy story, especially when your wife's like freaking out, like, hey, somebody got to fix this now.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
like a right now problem.
Well, it was really messed up, is I was calling some other plumbers around first, and they were like, yeah, we can get out there like tomorrow, or we can get out there, like whenever, and I'm
Yeah.
like, seriously? I'm like, dude, like, I have no water.
Yeah.
And so that's why when I talk about BNI like all the time, because when I called that dude, he was like,
Yeah.
dude, yeah, I got other people ahead of you, but you know what? BNI, like, I'll come down over there right now. And I'm like,
Yeah, it's because probably those calls that like he had in front of him was probably not an emergency like yours. So, so obviously we're going to take the emergency instead. And then we'll obviously communicate with our other clients to be like, hey, we have this popped up and it's an emergency. Because if somebody has a leaking faucet or something, that's not that big of a deal. But you have a pipe burst outside your house, obviously we're going to go do that to help you instead.
yeah. So I'm curious. So the scenario I'm talking about, bring on the side, you have to replace that thing. What does a job like that cost normally?
Depends how much got changed out of it, but anywhere from $800 to $1,500.
Okay.
And it can go up from there depending on if you're using a regulator, a PVB. It just kind of depends how your build is. And then also the thickness of copper.
Yeah.
The size. Is it a 3/4 inch line, or is it 1.25 inches? Because then your fittings, your pipe, everything's more expensive. So it definitely ranges for sure. But
Okay.
it does get pricey.
Okay. I was just trying to check, make sure I didn't get ripped off.
It's like, wait, did I get it?
It was like $1,200.
Yeah, it's right in
Okay,
that's right in that range.
Okay. I trust whoever comes out,
Yeah.
from BNI, that they're gonna do you right and everything. But
No,
whatever.
and that's the thing too, is a lot of times homeowners or people in general don't realize how expensive plumbing is nowadays. To have a licensed plumber come and fix whatever issue you actually have, and to do it right the first time, versus hiring somebody off Craigslist that might show up, maybe will answer the call, and something goes
Maybe
wrong.
he did 2 plumbing jobs in his
Yeah.
history and he thinks he knows how to plumb.
Yeah. And I always tell people I don't do anything besides plumb. So I have a really in-depth skill of a little bit of things versus a lot of things. So teach their own, but that's kind of my niche and what I stick to. So
With plumbing, I think you do a little bit of everything in a trade.
Yeah.
Because I feel like plumbing's everything, because we do concrete. Like, we do obviously like PVBs, which is like
I guess
landscaping, like
Yeah.
to
your backfill,
to like
your pool.
feed the water and stuff too. Like, we all like PVC stuff to like for pools and stuff. Like, you could do that too.
Yeah, I'm curious, because like there's that situation I have with my house where we keep losing water for some reason. Like,
Yeah.
the water bill goes crazy, and I'm almost wondering if there's like a pipe from the irrigation to the backyard to the front yard that's maybe like leaking somewhere in the inner. Yeah, I'm not really sure. But the really messed up part is now there's pavers all over, and so they would most likely.
Might have to get ripped up. There are companies that specialize, for example, in like leak detection, and they have different tools, I guess, that they work with on the day-to-day that I don't use on the day-to-day. So when it comes to stuff like that, I always recommend somebody that has, those tools ready available to be like, hey, let me take this job, versus, oh, think I can do it, let me go rent a tool real quick and figure it out, type of thing. There are specific companies that like specialize in leak detection. Excuse me. Yeah.
Like even in the house too, and like,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
wow.
They have things where they'll hook up and they can listen to.
Yeah, they have like headphones and there's like a little microphone thing and you just like put it to the wall and go around and see because like you could hear inside the wall, see if there's like a little pin leak.
Wow.
And you could hear like it's crazy.
It gets like super intense on their setup. That's why I tell people, yeah, we don't have that. So call somebody that does. So
like the paranormal activity guys with all the
It's like a Ghostbuster in there trying to find a leak.
that's crazy.
No, it's okay.
That's crazy.
But yeah.
How long you been in business now?
So we hit a year in February.
Wow.
So just over a year. Yeah, coming a year and a half, I'd say now.
And are you getting most of your business from like marketing or word of mouth? What's been like your big driver so far?
So word of mouth is probably the number one.
Yeah.
Or also social media. I get clients on social media. Hey, I saw your video, and then they want to book with us. Instagram, Facebook. I'd say that's probably the majority of our clients that we get.
Yeah, we did just get a client from Instagram because you asked them, "Oh, where'd you hear from us?" And you're like, "Instagram."
Yeah,
I was like, "Yeah,
I saw one of your videos. I was like, nice.
So what prompted you to like start doing that?
I had that Instagram, just the plumbing Instagram for years when even where I was working at other companies, but I never thought much of it. It was just like, I'll post a video before and after pictures. And then I started realizing, hey, people are actually watching this. Like people actually want to see how plumbing is, how to fix things, before, more than just before and after pictures, but like interaction with the actual plumber and talking about jobs that we get. And then for me, what kind of sparked it was when I realized that it worked and it's free. Social media is free. So why not use that tool and capitalize as much as you can, get everything you can out of it.
Yeah, I've seen some of your videos and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, because I mean, people are interested in like figuring out stuff, like seeing how it's done. You know? Like I think, I don't know if too many people do this, but whenever I have somebody come to my house to like fix something, I'm always like standing there watching them, and I'm not like watching their work like to make sure they're doing stuff. I'm just like really interested in like seeing how they do it. You know what I mean? Like my brain is like, oh, I didn't know that. Sometimes initially they're kind of like, "What's up, dude?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just really interested." Like
I'm
sorry. Yeah, I'm not judging you. I'm just like watching you do it.
Yes,
more than I do.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, it's definitely
it's pretty normal.
Not to put anything on you, but it's definitely the worst feeling. Having somebody behind you like that, especially if it's the client. Because like it's not like you're nervous or you're not scared of like messing up. It's just like, oh, like this guy, dude. Like, it's just like he's like right over me, and it's just.
Well, see, it's so weird because like I don't want to just leave and then let you do your thing because then it's he's not really doesn't really care about the thing. I'm like, right. So it's like an internal thing, like that's something that I deal with. I'm really when I'm watching, like I'm interested in like seeing how the process is done.
Right.
Like I don't know, like as a kid I used to watch like not Home Depot, what was it, Bob Vila's This Old House.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like shows like that, where they
talk about like how you fix things.
I don't really mind when the client's like behind me like that. It's just if they're like being just awkwardly standing there, that's like the weird part, because I usually try to talk to them when they're like there, try to make a conversation, so it's not just like him standing there and me just working.
And I think too, like you do it for so many years, you get used to it, where it's like doesn't bother you as much in the beginning. Nowadays, just like Kevin said, I'll have full-on conversations with people as I'm working on their plumbing. I'll be like, hey, can you pass that tool? Like just make them feel included sometimes, or make them feel less nervous to be like standing over me. But it happens all the time.
No, like, dude, I like that. Like when someone, hey, can you help me? I'm like, sure.
Oh, that's funny you say that because I made a reel about that. I was like, if you're gonna stand right there, I'll give them my phone. Call me real quick so I get it and you get a good view. And I made a reel about it, so it's kind of funny. So it's funny that you're saying that.
Yeah, that's a smart idea. Like that, I never thought about that. But
help me out real quick.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
record.
I would do that definitely.